لا إله إلا الله.
يا من أظهر الجميل وستر القبيح، يا عظيم العفو، يا حسن التجاوز، يا باسط اليدين بالرحمة، يا صاحب كل نجوى، ويا منتهى كل شكوى، يا ربنا ويا سيدنا ويا مولانا، نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على حبيبنا وشفينا وقدوتنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه. ويا عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله، فقد فاز المتقون. يقول الله تعالى في كتابه الكريم بعد أن نستعيذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: إن المتقين في جنات وعيون آخذين ما آتاهم ربهم إنهم كانوا قبل ذلك محسنين كانوا قليلا من الليل ما يهجعون وبالأسحار هم يستغفرون وفي أموالهم حق للسائل والمحروم وفي الأرض آيات للموقنين وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون. وقال أيضا: واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله مع المتقين ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويؤذم له أجرا. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, last weekend I was in Houston to attend an Islamic Imam conference organized by Amja. And the topic of conference is about the challenge of atheism among the youth. Why they did choose this topic? Because the number of youth, whether in US and also in Muslim country, who left Islam is increasing. The numbers of Muslims who become atheists, didn't believe in God, is increasing. According to Washington Post, even in Saudi Arabia, 5% of Saudi, they become atheists. Also in the Gulf. The conference discussed about the reasons why they left Islam, they become atheists, and it is divided into emotion reason and intellectual reason. Emotion, because some of the youth, for example, they didn't find peace at home, right? So they left Islam, they left the house, and then they end up become atheists. And also, some of youth, they found hypocrisy among the parents. The parents, sometimes they bring them to Sunday school, even ask the children to become hafiz, memorize the Quran, but the parents didn't even pray. Yeah. Some because he said the community, the masjid, did not welcome them. They feel alienated when it comes to masjid. Some because they live in the environment, they study abroad, study different state, and this was affected by the friends and so on. Intellectual reason is because they said if Allah exists, why there's too much suffering, too much injustice? Yeah. And also he said that the West, the non-Muslim, they're more in progress, in advance in the science and technology when they left the religion, when they left the church. Right? Some because of the influence of the internet, the books they read. Right? Some because they didn't find role models, home, even in the community. Some said that it is difficult to prove it scientifically about the existence of God. Right? In general, majority of the youth didn't know about Islam. They just pray, fasting, didn't know about Islam. Remember I mentioned last time, in Ramadan, a sister called me and he cried, said, please help me. That my son came home and said, Mom, I don't want to fast anymore. I don't want to pray, that there is no God. So when I met the boy was very intelligent, but I found out that the boy didn't know nothing about Islam. Even I asked about 5 Firah, didn't know. What the meaning of Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, didn't know. In 2 hours, one of his teachers, his atheist, ever to convince him that there is no God. Why? Because he didn't have knowledge about it. So easy. And there's discussing a lot about the reason, but you can Google it, Amja, you can see all the paper about the complaint. Here I just want to share with you what is the solution. It's arming our children. Sometimes a parent not aware that. Suddenly you become shocked that your children left Islam. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give a title of one of surah number 3 called Al-Imran. Al means the family of Imran. Right? He said in it, Inna Allah astafa Adama wa Nuhan wa ala Ibrahim wa ala Imran ala al-alamin. Allah did selected Adam, Nuh, family of Ibrahim, and family of Imran. Of course, Adam is great prophet, Nuh great prophet, Ibrahim, right? But Allah put Al-Imran, they are not prophets, in the same level. Because Allah will please with them. They are a good example. And Allah did not put Al-Imran unless that Allah want us, to learn from this family. Because this family was perfect. The grandfather was Imran, grandmother was Hannah, the daughter was Maryam, and grandchildren was Isa alayhi salam. Perfect. Why didn't call Al-Nuh? Because Nuh had problem with his son. Ibrahim has problem with his father. But he was a successful prophet. Yeah? So what happened, Hannah, she was looking, asking Allah continuously, even she became a little bit older now for the baby. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her. But when she was pregnant, she made an oath to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, إِذْ قَالَتِ امْرَأَةُ إِمْرَانَ رَبِّ إِنِّي نَذَرْتُ لَكَ مَا فِي بَطْنِي مُحَرَّرًا فَتَقَبَّلْ مِنِّي. Ya Allah, I make an oath what in my stomach. Subhanallah. The baby is not born yet. She had a vision. She had a dream. What for this baby? Right? So, muharrara, that means I want this baby become a boy. You're asking for a boy to be mujahid to serve you. Her dream on that time, he want to have mujahid who can liberate or set free Jerusalem under Roman on the time. So how many of sister, brother, your wife pregnant, and you have this dream? But when the baby was born, it was not boy, it was girl. Right? وَلَيْسَ الذَّكَرُ كَالْأُنْثَى. The boy is not different than girl in this purpose. Did she get mad? No. Therefore, whatever Allah gives to you, boy or girl, be happy. Because you know which one that can help you in this life, next life. Even in the hadith said, if you have 2 girls or 3, and you're able to bring them up to become righteous women, right? They will become barrier or wall between you and hellfire. They will block you from hellfire because of righteous girl. Why girl? It's not easy, right? Wa inni sammaytuha Maryam, and I give her name Maryam, Mary. Maryam means the worshipper. You know, any father, mother give their children name, it should be what? They have goal. Right? If you give your son Michael Jackson, that means what? You want to be singer. So be careful how you give the name of your children. And then what he said? وَإِنِّي أُعِيذُهَا وَذُرِّيَّتَهَا مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. She asked Allah protection to protect her daughter and her progeny from shaitan. So vision, dream, good name, and dua. Is that enough? Not enough. You know, because maybe you raise your children at home Islamically, but you put them in the wrong school. So Imran and Hannah put her where? وَكَفَّلَهَا زَكَرِيَّا in good murabbi, the best teacher. Zakaria. And then, you know the rest of the story. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Maryam, Mary pregnant, and they have Jesus, or Isa alayhi salam. Right? So this is the summary of the story in Surah Al-Imran. As a Muslim, when you read story, Allah asks us to have 2 things. In Arabic, al-fahmu wa tadabbur. Al-fahmu means you understand the meaning. What did you read? Right? At-tadabbur, one of the meanings of tadabbur means, Aina ana min hadhihi al-qissa? Where am I from this story? Right? If Hannah, she had intention to do something for the deen. So the question is, what did you do for this deen? Right? Did you prepare your children like Hannah, you know, to be alim, to be da'i, to be the one who served this deen? Or do our children understand the deen? Because many parents, they concern always about our children to be successful in the school, in the work. And one of the reasons of that, sometimes they didn't care if they wake up for Fajr or not. Even my parents didn't wake up for Fajr. But for school, make sure the children, they wake up for school. So in the children's mind, school more important than pray Fajr. Because my parents didn't care I miss Fajr or not. Yeah? Because the parent, in their mind, I want my son to be like me, to be engineer, to be doctor. That's good. But what for if your children, you know, did not serve this deen? It will benefit for the deen and for the community. You know, somebody came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, I want to become Muslim, but without sadaqah and salat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, La salah, wala sadaqah, bima tadkhul jannah. How are you going to enter Jannah without salat and sadaqah? Right? And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Innal khasirin alladhina khasiru anfusahum wa ahlihim yawm al-qiyamah. Dhalika huwa al-khusranul mubin. The real loser is the one who lose themselves. And also they bring their family. Subhanallah. And the successful, the Quran said, وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَاتَّبَعْتُمْ ذُرِّيَّتُمْ بِإِيمَانٍ أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ. Those who believe and follow by his family. You know, the parents wake up for Fajr. They wake up their children, their family, and they pray together. أَلْحَقْنَا بِهِمْ. Allah will join them together in Jannah. Jannah have level, right? Your children in high level, Allah will bring them, join them together. We have to ask questions. In a week, in Manuman, you know, how many, how much time that your children spend to learn about Islam? Or if you go home today, ask your children, son, do you know Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in? Did you check that? You happy they spend their time learning everything about math, about geography, but you don't care if they understand the Fatiha or not. What do you expect? Yeah? There's no reason, no excuse. In the hadith said, Ma min amrin a'dam indallah min tarbiyatil awlad. There is no greatest action in this house of Allah that you teach your children. You know, when I mentioned the boy from Kosovo, he didn't know about Islam, he became atheist. I want another story. It's a positive story. I mentioned many times in my khutbah. You know, in Baltimore, there's a school called Al-Huda School. This boy is original from Pakistan. He was born here. His name was Ayub. He was good looking. But Ayub was equipped with the Islamic knowledge. Not only he know about Islam, but also he know about Bible a little bit, because he involved in interfaith. So there's a girl, her name Angela. She just graduated. So when she met Ayub in the library, Ayub good looking, so she tried to seduce him. But Ayub, because he came from good family, have knowledge, he said, sorry, Angela, there is no dating in Islam. There is no dating in Islam. I said, what? How you get married? So they met in library a lot, but they discussed about religion mostly. And one day, he said, you know, Angela, Jesus is not God. I said, what? That's in your book, in the Bible. He said, I pray to my Father in the heaven. My Father greater than me. Without him, I cannot do nothing. He quote from the Bible. And then, you know, Angela, you're supposed to wearing hijab. The hijab, I'm not Muslim. It's in the Bible. You open the chapter in the Bible, the verse mentioned. And one day he said, you know, Angela, you're not supposed to eat pork. Why? It's in the Bible, in the book of Corinthians. You open the book, you start from there. So Angela now, she's wearing hijab and stop eating pork. When her mother noticed that, her mother was worried. Are you Muslim? No, ma'am, I'm a good Christian. I follow the Bible. And she worried, so she took her to the church and talked to the priest to advise her. You know, said, Angela, I heard from your mom, so you didn't eat pork. Yes, sir. It's in the Bible. And why are you wearing that scarf? Sir, it's in the Bible. Oh, Angela, you don't understand. You're still young. So anyways, and then Angela stopped going to church because it's hypocrisy. Ayub is a good boy. He said to his mom, you know, I met a beautiful girl. We're not dating, we just talk about religion, but I'm worried what I have to do. And the mother said, why don't invite her for your graduation in Al-Huda School. So she came with her sister, Angelata. Both of them, the graduation. And then both of them wearing hijab. Then time for Salat, Asar, everybody went to the hall. So of course, these two girls just went there. A brother just came late. He saw these two girls there. Sister, you're not supposed to be here. It's time for Salat. And Angela, you can read the story by Angela. When he says Salat, oh, it's time for food. He says Salat to eat. Right? So anyway, short story. You can read it in Joban magazine, written by Angela. In the end, Angela became Muslim. She became Muslim and married with Ayub's brother. because she's older than you. And now they have a daughter, her name is Asma. So the question to you is, how many of us can produce a boy like Ayub? There's no dating, knowledge, then bring people to Islam. أقول قولي هذا وأتوب لي ولكم وادعوا الله. الحمد لله حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكفي مزيدا يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي بجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه. So that about the dangers of atheism, and we know that many youth, number of the youth who become atheists is increasing. And we give some solution. And before I give you the point, what we have to do, another story I mentioned also many times in my khutbah, that Nu'man mentioned in one of his speech. There is a boy who was homeschooling. He's Hafiz. But when he going to 10th grade, Dad, I want to go public school. I said, what? What's going to happen with your Hafiz? He said, Dad, Allah give me a gift. I want to share with the others. Because there are two types of youth now. Some youth, they feel Islam like a burden. You know, if you meet him in the Sunday school, why you come to Sunday school? My dad, my mom, not happy. Right? This boy, he was proud. Dad, I want to share this gift with the others. So the father let him went to public school for 2 years. When he graduated, he said 14 American boys become Muslim. Because he was proud. And we have to build a boy, a girl that are proud as a Muslim. And we cannot do that if you're not proud himself about Islam. He didn't see you. You know, you're concerned about this deen. So, number one, so we have make intention. Now, before you leave for khutbah, Ya Allah, I have children too, like Hannah. And I promised them, when I came to this country, I don't have time to serve Islam. I'm busy with study, looking for a job. But I promise, I'm going to teach my children. I'm going to bring to them. Inshallah, when you close your eyes, you'll be happy. Imagine you close your eyes, your children just like you, for example, go to work, come home. Dunya. What's for akhirah? Number two, be a role model for them. In your ibadah, also in your mu'amalah. You know Umar Sulaiman, right? I met him when he was 24 years old in the Imam conference. Umar Sulaiman said, how you become, lead speaker now? I said, my mom. Because when I wake up at night, I see my mom was in the sajada, was reading Quran. Your view that your children see, this affect them. But if they see the parent every day just walk and walk, what's that? What's that in masjid? Different. Also, if you see a parent just on WhatsApp, on Facebook, right? They never see the parent was, prayed, reading Quran. And so sister, sometimes even you just bring the Quran and sit down. This view affect your children also. Yeah. And also try to make a home like a masjid. وَجَعَلُوا بُيُوتَكُمْ قِبْلَةً. The Quran said. Masjid. What for masjid? Pray together. How many of us you pray together at home? If you cannot five times days, at least Maghrib or Fajr. It will be barakah. Come down. Because something very interesting, we camping together, shopping together, and then we pray. The husband pray alone, the wife pray alone. What kind of masjid? What kind of home? Also home to be like madrasa, school. They can learn from you. Read book, Riyadus Salihin, 40 hadith. Even one, just one hadith, 5 minutes after salat. Ask your children to read it. It will affect them. Madrasa. And also make your home is hospital. When your children have problem, come to you. Because some children, when they have problem, they come to you. You don't find doctor. To be doctor, to be nurse. And the last one, make your children love masjid. I mentioned many times that why there's many church for sale. Because they didn't have, if you go to, when you go to interfaith, always we are, alhamdulillah, many of Muslims, they are young. But most of the people from them, they are old people. Why the church, they sell the church? Because they didn't prepare for the youth. No, they never bring youth to the church. It's the same also. Right? If you cannot bring every day, once a week, on Saturday, come for Fajr. Make them connected to the masjid. Inshallah, when you close your eyes, they will continue. Even when I was studying in Egypt, many of students who are in Azhar now, they become used to masjid because when they was young, the parents make them belong to masjid. اللهم اجعلنا من الذين يستمعون القول ويتبعون احسنه. اللهم افتح على اولادنا فتوح العارفين وعلمهم ما جهلوا وذكرهم ما نسوا. اللهم افتح عليهم من بركات السماء والارض انك سميع مجيب. اللهم يا معلم موسى عليه السلام علمهم ويا موتي لقمان الحكمة وفصل الخطاب آتهم الحكمة وفصل الخطاب. اللهم بارك لنا في أولادنا ووفقهم إلى طاعتك وارزقنا برهم. اللهم اجعل من الصالحين القانتين الصادقين الداعين إلى الله. اللهم اغفر للمؤمن والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع الدعوات يا مجيب الحاجات. عباد الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا ما أقول.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah, hayya ala falah. Qad qamat salah, qad qamat salah.